Welcome back to the SA2 playthrough. Let's continue with last story.
Yeah, so this is part 3 of Cannon's Core.
Rouge's stage is actually the easiest, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's easily the quickest one to do.
It introduces slight puzzle-based aspects that weren't in the rest of the game for some reason.
Yeah, I did actually like Cannon's Core for that reason, especially because even in the Eggman one, you do have to think about when to stop time, where you have to jump. I mean, it's not on like a maybe say a Tomb Raider level of puzzle base, but I did like it for what it was.
You know what? If the hunting levels are what I introduced these aspects earlier in the game, I think the game would have been praised a bit more.
Yeah, because the treasure hunt levels were just I mean, you can say for all the types of levels, but they were just the same thing. But especially when it's something like when you get to like Meteor Herd, it's too big.
It'll be fine if you had the same radar as in the first game.
Exactly, yeah. I seriously cannot think as to why they did that. I really cannot think of any reason why they changed the radar.
Yeah, we're going to try and sum up what we think of each gameplay type now since this last story. What do you think of the shooting levels overall?
Fun for like the first level, but for me, even though overall I think the hunting levels were probably the worst designed, I think the shooting levels get boring the quickest.
They had so much potential. What, you can't have any big boss battles and whatnot?
Exactly, and well, you do have boss battles, but it's always just, against the same person. I guess, I think I've said one of my biggest regrets about this game is that at no point does Sonic fight Robotnik. Not once.
That is kind of jarring, really.
It is, like, it's just there's like, I have no problem with like Tails having a fight with him. I just would have preferred at least one. So, but then of course the problem with that is of course it would have been two. I would have actually preferred some like cross-platforming battles, like having like a speed type fight the shooting type, or the hunting type fight the speed type. I thought it would have been quite fun.
Well, they kind of evolved that into the heroes aspect. Now, if you don't have the air necklace for Knuckles, you will struggle a lot in this the first time.
As I learnt this several times.
Yeah, did you say you haven't completed this yet?
On my Dreamcast I haven't, but on the GameCube version I have actually finished it. But yeah, it's just the amount of times I get like so near water and then just die at the last second.
So near air, you mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, I just get like so close to it, and then I just thought, fuck it, I don't care.
Especially
fuck this game, man. I'm playing SA1 again.
Yeah, these tunnels will start to aggravate on you. Never mind my
yeah, but it's just like, I like this because like they're swimming in water. I hate the fact that because there was this great fan comic drawn a while ago. It was like some Sonic the Hedgehog. He can breathe in outer space. He can breathe in the active center of a volcano. He can even survive in Beijing, but he can't breathe underwater. Which part of it, just like if the dude can breathe in outer space, why can't he breathe underwater?
Why does it have to pull you all the way back there? It like throws you over the boxes.
Bastards.
Yeah, so some of this got really, really cheap.
But I do like that they've kept that Knuckles can swim, because I mean, like, if you go back and play stuff like Sonic Advance 1 on the GBA, Knuckles is one of the only characters that can actually swim.
We're just opening doors to the Cannon's Core right now, aren't we?
Magic stuff. And I think now we're back. Now we're with Blue Boy himself.
What an entrance!
Awesome. Now, did you think for a game, again, it's like a common criticism for most of the games, but did you think for a game called Sonic Adventure, did you think you spent enough time playing as Sonic himself?
I think you play as Sonic the least, to be honest.
Possibly, yeah. I don't know, I'd have to go back and count up all the levels.
The thing is, if you're having to count the levels, something's wrong.
Which is what a lot of people said about 06, for a game that's just called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
You don't spend that much time playing just as him.
Don't try applying that logic to Unleashed, by the way. I've counted, well, so on the Sonic Stadium counted, there is definitely more Sonic levels than there are Warehouse ones.
Well, with a game like Unleashed, it doesn't matter because he still is Sonic.
That's true, yeah.
He may be the Warehouse, but he's not like a different character. He still is the,
No man, he's not Sonic.
Fanboy rage.
Bastards.
Absolute bastards. I like this because this reminded me of in SA1.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
when you're in that, I forget the what's the level called? Lost World.
Big flashback right there.
Sonic's story's kind of slow, like short as well though. He spent most of it in fucking water.
Which is ironic, seeing as he can't swim.
Yeah. I still love that in Sonic X, when he get in the water, he turns into a big pansy.
Yeah, Jared.
Amy's animation in this scene is so bad.
Look, it's Shadow.
Think it, don't say it out loud.
Who is she speaking to? Look, it's Shadow.
I really gotta stop whining. Everyone's trying their best to help out.
But
and
this is
so
one of the
am
reasons
I.
why I really didn't like Amy in this game, because like at the end of SA1, she makes the big thing, you know, I'm gonna make that Sonic respect me, you know. She kind of like Tails does. She kind of like comes into her own, and then in this game she just reverts back to a whiny
No
fangirl.
reason for me to help them. Besides, there's no way to save anyone.
Oh god, just slit your wrists and end it already.
I know
David Humphries was a great voice of Shadow, because he doesn't sound emo. He doesn't sound emo in the way that Griffith slightly does, which I'm not knocking Griffith's Shadow, because I think at times his Shadow is much better than his Sonic. But I think Humphries was just perfect for this.
I mean, you can have an agenda and you can warn someone, but it reaches a point where you're just whining, basically.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've said this or not, but I probably have. But of course, for the Shadow's own game, David Humphries actually did record all of his lines for that, and it was either 3 months or 3 weeks before the game was released that Griffith came in and re-recorded everything.
That's a dick move, it really is.
Because I wish it was the other way, like in Japan, they actually used the game cast for the show, and I think it's been well commented that Ryan Drummond even offered to move to New York to voice Sonic and Sonic X, and they still said no.
Well, let's not bring up any Griffith versus Drummond debates.
Well, no, I'm not bringing that. I'm just bringing up the fact that Sega as a company made some dick moves.
Not as many as 4Kids themselves, firing the whole original Pokemon cast. Oh, by the way,
I love that if you go back, you actually see a single tear run down his cheek. I really like that.
speaking of the Pokemon cast, the original voice of Meowth, Maddie Brownstein, died recently.
And I was really shocked to find out it was a woman. It's like, man, that woman had range, you know?
Yep. Well, this is different.
What's that? It looks just like the shrine of the Master Emerald.
Duh.
No, I really, really, really hated this.
Why?
No. Well, can I spoil who the boss is?
Well, he's gonna appear in a second.
The Bile Lizard. Because it comes out of fucking nowhere. Torch on the start, he always likes to complain that in SA1 it's like, oh, you fight Chaos and then Chaos again and Chaos again, and it's always Chaos. Personally, I would prefer that to just having this, nameless, characterless monster appear in the last 2 seconds of the game.
It is
To me,
kind of
it's
jarring, yeah.
And also, we've said it before, how the fuck do you go from that to a 3-foot hedgehog?
I will say again, he does look like a Black Arm soldier.
I love that he just comes in, leave it to me.
Well then, please join us in part 3 of the last story playthrough for the boss fight with Bile Lizard. See you next time.
Awesome sauce.